Hey everybody, welcome back to News Time. It's your host, Chad White. Listen, just listen. I got this new, awesome, radical festival coming up. It's gonna be so big and so beautiful, and we're spending $6, $7, $8 billion on it. We're gonna have so many different acts there, like this Childish Gambino guy before he got bad and started appealing to white kids. And then we also got Lucy Hale and Taylor Swift. She's gonna be there. We also have all the video games you can play. There's at least 4 million of them here, and we got ukulele festivals, and it's gonna be awesome. And you're gonna subscribe, and you're gonna see it. And oh, I'm being arrested for fraud? That sounds about right.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the influencer news that you didn't know about. Okay, so the Fyre Festival documentaries that came out last week on Hulu and Netflix are both sensational. Yes, I know the one that's on Netflix is produced by the same production company that also helped throw the failed event, but a good doc is a good doc, and Daddy loves a good doc. Ooh, I love a nice, big, juicy doc. God. Anyway, so much went down these two films. It's crazy how out of hand a bunch of lies can get when you keep pushing them in that direction. I'd love to have Billy McFarland tell my teacher why I didn't have my homework that one time. One thing I do want to take away from them, however, is exactly how much of an impact a celebrity can have on a brand. I say this without the smug tone in which I usually partake when I use the term, but influencers can really affect with an A if an event or product lives or dies. Maybe it's affect with an E. I don't know, I've never been really good at that. Go watch both docs and you'll see the power of what someone like Kendall Jenner has. Speaking of what she has, over 100 million Instagram followers. The number was probably lower 2 years ago when she posted the Fyre post, but it's still bigger than any influencer they utilize. McFarland reportedly paid her $250,000 while giving other lesser-known internet celebs at least $20,000. None of them labeled their posts as an ad, however, which is why famous people now have to do that. You know, because a bunch of people were bamboozled by McFarland's giant farcical festival. That's what they should have called it, the farcical festival. Just as an influencer can be powerful, they can also be the one to unwittingly take you down. In late February of 2018, Kylie Jenner essentially tweeted to her 25 million followers that Snapchat was dead. And Snapchat died. It doesn't matter that she said she still loved the app. Her tweet was like I want to say the nail in the coffin, but that's equally cliche and too serious. So I'll say first foot in the pit of despair. Yeah, that sounds good. Snapchat lost a little over $1 billion thanks to that one tweet alone. Also, keep in mind when I reported on the company's failings in January of last year, prior to this incident, they were not doing too hot in the first place. That same year, Snapchat released a wildly unpopular, tone-deaf, and some might say offensive ad featuring talented R&B singer turned sack of donkey bile, Chris Brown. Many people were angry about it. One very important person despised it, Robin Fenty, or Rihanna to her fans. Using Snap competitor Instagram, Riri did them in the only way she knew she could. And holy shit, is that the ad? Jesus. You'll never guess which company was taken down again for what seems like the 5th time in early 2018. Snapchat, right, we're talking about Snapchat. Chrissy Teigen, everyone's favorite Twitter friend, took to the just as controversial platform and outright said Snapchat was trash. Which, I mean, come on, it is. Contrary to the two peoples watching this belief, many other companies and products have undergone the same scrutiny. Leah Remini and Scientology, many comedians with podcasts condemn Facebook for their actions, but still utilize Twitter, an arguably more controversial platform in the process. I swear I could find a third one, but I'm on a time crunch for this episode. I almost pointed to my fake watch over here. It's not all bad, though. Ariana Grande, Good Luck Chuck's sister that was given up for adoption, recently got a tattoo on her body. Not for another boy, because she definitely does not need to do that anymore. No, this one is about a little fox cat thing named Eevee. Grande got a Pokemon tattoo, and it's kind of cool, I guess. I still don't like her. Surely this will boost sales of Pokemon Let's Go, already the highest grossing Pokemon game since the last one. I can't believe I finally get to use this stupid term thanks to this stupid story, but thank you next. Today's society gives a lot of play to what celebs think and support, which is to say that we support what they support, even unwittingly. When that little boy Keaton Jones said he was bullied at school by some kids, you supported him financially for some ungodly reason, but you did. Captain America supported him too. And when you found out that his parents were racist and that the bullies were black kids, half of you got it in your right minds that you shouldn't support him, which is right. That didn't stop Captain America and his friends from continuing to support him, though. Because racists are people too. Rather, racists spend money to see flashy, empty superhero movies too. You burnt. I'm sorry, that was stupid. Or in a better scenario, you saw how hurt one of the vendors for the Fire Festival was by the lies McFarlane told, and you went to her aid. Restaurant owner Pamela Carter is finally able to pay back the debt she incurred, no thanks to the music festival that never happened almost 2 years ago. She, like hundreds of other people on the island, were promised opportunity only for it to never come into fruition. What's important to note about that last one is that you didn't have to support that woman. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm glad you did. You just weren't incentivized by a famous celeb star person over there. What I think I'm trying to get at is make your own decisions. You don't like Snapchat or Facebook or Twitter or iPhone or Frosted Flakes. You don't have to use them. It's your decision. If there's ever an inkling in your tummy about using a product or service that just doesn't feel right, stop using it and do some research. It goes a long way. Oh, and if you throw a festival in less than 45 days and don't have concrete plans for it down the line, you're probably going to fail. And that's all the news I have for you for this week on News Time. Why don't you subscribe and check out one of our other videos? Of course, you can always head to the website, cpluscomedy.com. That has all the interviews that you could ever want, plus videos and some podcasts maybe. You can always follow us on Twitter at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter at ChadBlackWhite. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at cpluscomedy and at ChadBlackWhite. Also listen to the podcast, The Constitutionals, and be sure to, if you're going to throw a festival that has music in it, make sure you have more than just good music there. That's an inside joke.